Okay, today we are doing 6.2 and we're going to talk about perimeter and area of triangles and trapezoids. So let's do just a quick review. Remember, perimeter is your outside, and remember you can think of a fence. This is when you add up all the sides, and your area is your inside. Let's find the perimeter of this triangle. Again, remember, perimeter is your outside, so we want to add up all of our sides. So we're going to say perimeter equals, and I'm going to start here at 8. 8 plus 10 plus 14. So then let's go ahead and add those up. Well, 8 plus 10 is 18. So we get 18 plus 14. So your perimeter equals 32 units. Let's try to find the area of this trapezoid now. So again, remember, we're just adding up all the sides. I'm going to start with the 2. So 2 plus 7 plus 4 plus 11. And this order doesn't matter. Wherever you start, just make sure that you have all 4 sides. So let's go ahead and add those up. I know that 2 plus 7 is 9, plus 4 and 11 is 15. So we get 9 plus 15. So our perimeter equals 24 units. Alright, let's use this visual to help us find the area. And this top one is going to help us figure out a triangle's area. All they did was take this quadrilateral and they broke it into 2 triangles. So we think of just this triangle here. It's half of this quadrilateral. So the area for a triangle can be thought of, and remember, to find the area of a quadrilateral, we just do the base and the height. But since a triangle is half of it, we're going to add 1/2 base times height. Or you can think of this as base times height divided by 2. It's the same thing. If we think of the area for the area of a trapezoid, if you can see that we have 2 bases, we're going to have base 1 plus base 2. We have to add those together, and we still have to take our height, but just like with the triangle, we have to do 1/2 times the height times the quantity of base 1 plus base 2. Alright, so let's find the area given these 3 points. Now, if we're given 3 points, we know that this is going to make a triangle. So let's go ahead and graph these. Remember, again, it goes x comma y. And the x is your horizontal line and your y is your vertical line. So I'm going to go 1 to the left and then up 1. See if you can graph the other 2 points on your own. Alright, so we know that the formula for finding the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we need to figure out what our base and our height is. So our base, remember, is just this bottom here. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, our base is 4. Now our height is from the top to the bottom. So our height is going to be right here, from here to the bottom. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, our height is also 4. So let's go ahead and plug those in. Area equals 1/2 base, which is 4, and our height, which is 4. So I'm going to multiply 4 by 4 first. So 1/2 of 16. So area is going to be 1/2 of 16, or 16 divided by 2, which is 8. And then don't forget, we need to include units squared. Let's try the same thing, but now using these 4 points. So since we have 4 points, we know we're not going to have a triangle, so we're going to have a quadrilateral of some sort. So go ahead and try in your notes to graph these 4 points and then compare them to mine. Once you've graphed them, it should look like this. Now, just a little clarification, this does say a -2. So this is what your object or your figure should look like. So let's go ahead and figure out what our base and what our heights are. Now, remember, our area for finding a trapezoid is 1/2 height times the quantity of base 1 plus base 2. Now, there's your clue right there. We need to find base 1 and base 2. So I'm going to start with base 1. I'm going to start with these 2 points up on top. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So we have a base of 3. Let's figure out that second base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our base of 3 and 5. Now we need to find our height. And our height is going to be right here. So 1, 2, 3. Our height is 3. So if we look at our formula, we have all the 3 pieces that we need in order to find it. So let's go ahead and plug in, and then we can chug. So area equals 1/2, and our height is 3, times the quantity of base 1, and it doesn't matter which one you pick, I'm just going to do 3 because that's the top, plus 5. So let's go ahead and simplify this. Remember, order of operation says we have to do the inside of the parentheses first. So area equals 1/2 times 3 times, well, 3 plus 5 is 8. Again, I'm going to start by multiplying these two together. That's kind of the pattern that I always do first, because sometimes it's easier to divide by 2 at the end. So 1/2 times 3 times 8 is 24. So 1/2 times 24, or you can think of this as 24 divided by 2. So our area equals 12 units squared. And if you want, if you go back and look at this and you count up the number of squares on the inside, I know that we have a little chunks like some, but if you go ahead and look at this, they should add up to 12. From here, you can now do your exit flip and make sure you have that turned in.